What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the New Normal Podcast. If you can, please like, comment, and make sure y'all subscribe. I'm here today with Jackson Hunter, and today we're going to be talking about AMC and what he plans to do and how he plans to go crazy after he gets all of his loot, his big money from this squeeze that we anticipating to come soon. Jackson, you want to tell the people about yourself a little bit? I'm pretty sure a lot of people already know about you, but tell people about you for those that don't know.
For sure. Appreciate you, Cedric. Thank you for having me on, man. I am a YouTuber. I'm a musician. I'm a human being, and I'm based out of Los Angeles, California. I've been covering AMC and GME for over a year now, and I post daily updates on the stocks. Even on the weekend, Sunday, we post weekly outlooks, and then we do live streams and collaborate with other AMC YouTubers, and we just share information, man. We share publicly available information and just try and show the world what type of opportunities are out there. And people can do whatever they want with that information after that. But I started covering AMC when it was $8 and some change. And then it obviously ran up to about $77 intraday, June 2nd. And yeah, it's been a wild ride, man. Never thought I'd be a part of something like this.
Yeah, that's how I found you. I was in a group, a guy I know that stay out there in Cali too. Shout out to my boy Brian, but he added me to a group, and a lot of guys that's in the group, they share a lot of your videos. Houston and Trey, they share a lot of y'all videos, so that's how I found you. And I really appreciate you doing this interview with me. But we're gonna talk about kind of what my channel is geared to. The new normal is basically talking like relationships and I guess pop culture. And I know you said you were in a relationship, so we're not gonna base this on your current relationship. So how long have you and your girl been together?
4 years.
4 years. So we're gonna take this 5 years back, the single you. So, question: you squeeze right now. What is the chick that you wanted to talk to 5 years ago? She curved you or shitted on you. If you could see her after you pull up in your Lambo somewhere and she walking down the street, you gonna smash her pass?
I'm passing, man. Hell no, I'm not going backwards, man. I'm going forwards.
You're not gonna smash it, not for GP, just to do it.
No, man, I'm moving on with my life, man. Anybody that never supported me, I'm never gonna talk to them again.
Oh, okay. So how has like AMC been like on your relationship? Did you tell her about like AMC or the squeezes that were going on? Did she tell you? Has it been like a strain on like your relationship, or did she say sometimes like, you're waiting on this to come in, it's not going, or the ups and downs? How has that been?
These are great questions, man. This is the type of fun interviews I like to do. So she's fully supportive. She's invested in AMC as well. No, it's never put a strain on our relationship, like, because I talk to her a lot and I tell her what's going on with the stock, and so she knows about it. She's educated on what's going on, and she knows that there's no date set for it. We don't have any expectations. See, it might be different if I was like, baby, the stock's gonna squeeze next month, or, if I kept doing things like that, and then it never did. But I was never like that. It was from the start, it was always, I don't know when this thing is gonna go, but I'm gonna hold on to this because I think it can change my life and it can probably change yours as well. And so yeah, that's a really interesting question. It never put a strain. If anything, it brought us closer because it gave us something both to focus on, and we had this shared interest in stocks and AMC. And she is not a stock trader, like pretty beginner in that category, but I've taught her a lot, and so she knows a lot more than the average investor does, specifically about this type of play. But no, man, we're just waiting. We're patient. Like, she's got her own job, and I make money in my own ways, so we can wait forever. It's no big deal, really.
So would money help or hurt our relationship? What you think? You know, how you see those people that hit the lotto, let's say they hit the jackpot and they're married, and as soon as they get the money, they be like, here's your money. You go your way, I'm gonna go my way. Or y'all think y'all will be closer, tighter? What you think will happen?
I think with our relationship, it would make things easier for sure. I mean, I live in a really expensive place to live. It's like insane, Los Angeles. So it would obviously make our relationship a little smoother. But it wouldn't really change like the romantic aspects of our relationship or like our feelings towards each other. It would just change the financial relationship that we all, her and I, deal with. Because rent is expensive in LA, man. A lot of gas is $7 a gallon. It's like, it's not a joke, you know what I mean? So it would really just make everything easier. And then if I have however much money after this squeeze, like that's not going to change me in the slightest, man. Like my only goal is just to not have to worry about money, just to be comfortable with it. I don't need $500 million or anything like that. I just need enough to not have to think about money while I'm paying for stuff. And like, that's the goal. And
Yeah, I
also,
understand.
also to
Go
help
ahead.
people too.
Yeah, I understand that, but my granddad used to always say, when you get money, the women, they can smell money. You know what I'm saying? You, your walk is different, your talk is different, your swag different. You pulling up in different cars, so it might be, you might be somewhere, and it might be what is the model right now, or the actress, or the singer that you're just infatuated with? Who would you say?
Like a chick.
Yeah, like what's the model, the actress, the singer, the Ariana Grandes, the Scarlett? Who gets you going when you look, when they come across the screen? Who gets you going?
Oh, no one, man. No one. My girlfriend gets me going.
Oh man, don't do that. I know you're in a relationship. This 5 years. This is 5 years before your relationship. She's not going to beat you up. I promise. And if she does, you can call my phone. I'm gonna fly to Cali and save.
Nah, man, it was always her.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. How long have y'all known each other?
4 years, a little over four.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's what's up. Yeah, like I was watching Houston. He said he want to be on a yacht, be the old man on the yacht with a bunch of models and shit. And I know a lot of guys have that fantasy of, because when you get money, give you a lot more access to different things. Not necessarily women, just different stuff. And it seems to me, when you watch like people who've gotten money, it seems that they don't pay for a lot of shit. Like when you hear people talking about, well, this is the new prototype Tesla, Elon just gave it to me to drive it, or some fashion guru, like, oh yeah, this is a new line, they just gave it to me, they just sent it to me. It seems like when you get more money, you get more access, I guess you begin in different circles. So it kind of changes people's lives, their mind, or what their vision and what they have planned. Other than just like helping people, when you get money, what is like your goal? I know you say you want to be financially free, but what is your vision for you and your girl? You want to have kids later down the line? You want to move out of Cali? You want to build something extravagant? What you got planned?
Yeah, man, I'm keeping those cards close to my chest. I definitely won't be living in this apartment that I'm living in now, but other than that, I'm keeping my cards real close to my chest. I'm a super ambitious person. I always have been. So, I have things up my sleeve and things that are ready to go now, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really just waiting for the squeeze to happen. I mean, I'm looking at one of them right now, but uh, no, man, people will see it once I drop whatever I'm working on. And um, I don't like to. I've learned in 30 years that it's best to just keep things quiet and then just drop things at your own pace, man. And like, because if you're like telling people your plans, and it can psychologically lead to you being dependent on people's reaction of what you're doing, and you should never work from a place of like, I'm only doing it to get a good reaction from other people. Like I do things for myself, in service of others at the same time. So I'm selfish with myself, but at the same time, I'm of service of other people. You know, I'm selfish with my personal success and with my daily habits and all that, but it's so that I can help people and give back and so yeah, I know you probably wanted some answers out of that, but no, man, people will just have to wait and see.
It's cool. It's cool because you they say when you planning something big and you have like a big vision for stuff, it's best not to tell people. I thought it may be something that you can kind of loosely tell us what we wouldn't know, but when they have visions and stuff, you don't want to put it out there where people basically can curse what you're trying to put together and speak on it and down talk it and put a lot of negative energy on it. So I understand that aspect. What's one thing you think the government could do better? Like the things that you think in your head, like what you would do with money. What's one of the things you think the government could do better? Because we all know the government's full of shit, and I don't know if you want to go there. Because we're talking about the government, people get scared. But what do you think? If you want to answer that, you think the government could do better?
I think they can help the homeless problem in all the United States, but definitely in LA and California, it's an epidemic. I think they could allocate way more money to homeless people. I think congressmen and congresswomen should not be allowed to trade stocks. I mean, they're allegedly all getting insider information. It's like insane, man. So I think those two things are huge. I think there's so much. I hate politics, honestly. I don't even follow that stuff. And my uncle was a congressman for 3 decades straight, and then his son took over for another number of years. So I know that field. Like I grew up in the middle of it, and so I saw all that stuff. And my relatives are good people, but no, there's so much wrong with politics, man, because they say anything to get a seat, and then once they have a seat, incumbents get reelected 95% of the time, and so they just never lose that spot. I don't trust a word the government says. I don't trust a word any politician says, and I've been like that for quite some time. But I think one big thing that I don't like is I'm cool with taxes, but they better be going to places that are helping the country. And the way that I see it is they're not using our money for the right things. I think they should allocate way more money for homelessness. I think, and this next part is coming from somebody that's not such a proponent of the traditional educational system. I'm not. I think YouTube is the new college. I think the traditional educational system will be wiped out in the next couple of years. But with that being said, I think teachers should be paid way more money. I think the people that are minimum wage needs to be raised. I mean, it's like $7.25 federally. It's like insane, man. It's like ridiculous. And there's so many people that are like, well, those minimum wage jobs are entry level, or they're for high school students during the summer. And it's like, no, it's not. Like, look at any company. They all pay you the lowest wage possible, man. The lowest wage possible, so that the guy at the top can make $500,000 a year. That's how it works in every single company. And so, I think minimum wage definitely needs to be raised. I think the homelessness problem needs to be taken care of. I think drug addicts and alcoholics need more resources to get themselves clean and to stay clean. Those are the ones that come to me right off the bat.
Okay, when you say that about helping people and stuff, when it comes to laws being passed, do you think prostitution should be legal around the United States?
That's a good question, man. I think prostitution should be legal in the United States. Yes.
I think it's weird how they make us go to work and force people to go to work and do all these back-breaking jobs. But if someone want to make money as easy as, a man coming in, a woman, going having sex for 5 minutes and making some money, I don't see the problem. And I don't see the problem, but we all know that most of the problems with that is taxing. It'd be hard to tax someone because you don't have a paper trail like at a job. So you got to think, if you legalized this prostitution, you probably lose maybe 25-30% of the workforce probably in a year. A lot of women would. I think a lot of women would probably be like, oh, if I can make $300-400 a day, is having sex with two men, I would just go and do that because it probably would be a lot easier, more freedom. We all know that most guys ain't lasting that long. It's not like you finna go in there and have sex for hours on end. So it's like you're gonna go in there, give her 10 pumps, and you're gonna be done. So she probably, she probably love it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the crazy part. I think the government has so much control over just, simple stuff because like they said, prostitution is the oldest profession in America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm an advocate. I'm a sex worker advocate, so I'm cool with it. But like I said, I think it should be legalized over the whole United States, over the world. Actually, I don't know other countries, but I know like in Vegas, I think it's like the only place where they can legally be a prostitute or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they should do something like that.
As long as it's mutually beneficial and nobody's getting hurt, hey man, make all the money you want.
Yeah,
That's my opinion.
And when you watch, and I don't want to say it loosely, like I don't understand the ups and the downfalls of prostitution. So all the bad stuff, like the underage stuff or like sex slaves or anything, I'm not cool with any of that. Just, a man and a woman or, whatever your sexual preference, two consenting adults or however many, everybody consenting adults.
20, 40, cool. Fuck, fill the room, man.
Yeah, like I don't care. Like long as everybody's consenting and comfortable, whatever, that's what I'm okay with. Now, like I said, all the other stuff that goes into it, I'm not cool with any of that. Like I said, I'm not advocating for any of that stuff, and I want to make that clear because you know how people like to clip stuff and say, "Oh, he's saying this and that," just making sure I stay clear of all of that. That comes,
man, screw whatever anybody says about that, man. People will always try and frame you, man. You just do whatever you want, man.
Yeah. So with AMC, what's been the hardest part?
That's a great question. Because it's not holding the stock, like a lot of people I see on Twitter and social media, and they're like, it's been so long. And, for some people, holding the stock is the hardest part. For me, that's the easiest part. Like, I don't even think about it. I don't even look at it. The hardest part, honestly, is actually related to what you just said. It's watching the infighting between the apes and going at it, and it's like, dude, we're all on the same side, and so it's watching people on the same team fighting each other. That's difficult to watch. I'm gonna be straight up. I hate the elitism that some groups within the community have adopted. Like, I'm better than you because I'm invested in this stock, or I'm better because I have this many shares. I hate like the whole. There's been a lot of egotistical toxicity that's run rampant in this community. And so just watching parts of the community crumble that once were thriving, especially in the beginning of the community. If you were there, Cedric, the beginning, January, February, March of last year, it was such a beautiful movement, man, because it was so pure, it was just people from the lower class that wanted to advance socioeconomically, and we all had each other's backs. Everybody made their own individual decision what to do with their money, but we all came together and supported each other, and we were on space calls and we were on live streams like we're doing now, and everybody was just so supportive and positive and educating each other. And now it's like, if you ask a question, you're labeled a shill, and all these names are thrown around. So the hardest part has been watching this community turn toxic. And I don't know if that's because I'm one of the YouTubers. I don't know if other people see it differently, but like, it's just really sad to see such an awesome community, go bad like that. And that's not saying the whole movement is bad, like not at all, but just certain sections have turned super egotistical, and they're acting, quite frankly, like the people that we're up against. So that's the hardest part for me.
I think when it started, I think it's like that iceberg theory. How people jump into something and they think that it's going to squeeze because they think it's so many people, and they're not understanding that the iceberg that they see is so small, but don't understand that the bottom of that iceberg under the ocean, what you can't see is like 100 times bigger than what you can see. And I think the longer it goes and the more it progresses and the more videos that you see and watch people, it's like everybody has a theory. Every day is a new theory
Yeah.
coming out, or why it doesn't squeeze, and hedge fund manipulation, and wondering what the SEC is, or the FBI, or the DOJ. That it's so many, it's so much stuff going on, because like I said, it was the iceberg theory. Everybody saw, hey, we got this big movement, we seeing it run, it's doing this. But then when you see, when you start peeling back the layers, or when actually the Titanic actually he hit the iceberg, and now it's like, you know, sink or swim. And we have a lot of people now seeming like they're trying to jump ship instead of just holding on and actually sticking with the movement that's going on, because nothing, you know, nothing like this comes easy. You know, I'm from Alabama, and you know, we had like civil rights movement. None of that stuff just comes easy. It's not an overnight thing. It's something you got to keep doing and keep doing and keep going and keep pushing. And I don't think a lot of people were built for the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the sad part about what I see now is so many people are just like, oh, you know, they really pessimistic. And to me, it was kind of cool when we started. Like you said, it was cool seeing all the camaraderie, everybody coming together. Like I said, people would, you know, add them in groups and, hey man, check this video out. Hey, click this. And it's like, okay, cool. You know, you're starting to see the stock run and stuff like that. But like I said, I don't think nobody actually understood the level of manipulation that there were. I don't think nobody did.
Yeah. No, I'm
What
still learning to this day, man.
Yeah. What's something that you plan on, if when it squeezes, what's something you plan on spending money on that you didn't particularly like, you always wanted, but you didn't want to spend money on, maybe because you couldn't afford it, or you thought maybe somebody might think you were just trying to be a show off or something, but you just like it. Let's say like Warren Buffett stays in an old house, but people don't know that he has like 40 jets. Like that's his vice, his things he likes to do. Some people like cars, some people like women, some people like fancy cigars, clothes. What would be your vice?
Oh, I'll buy more guns for sure.
You a gun man?
Oh, hell yeah.
In Cali, they let y'all have guns out there?
Yeah, I know, it's like an oxymoron, right?
Yeah.
No, they let us. It's just you got to jump through a couple more hoops. So yeah, I'll buy definitely a couple more guns for sure. I got a car in mind, but I'm not gonna say it. My girlfriend's in the other room. It's like kind of a surprise for myself. But let's see what else. I'm definitely gonna build like a legit recording studio. I've always just had like a bedroom setup. You know, I went to school for music, so I know how to make it sound professionally in pretty much any spot. But I will be building a legit studio in my home. But you know, like we talked about off camera, I'm not gonna splurge so much, man. Like I've been broke for my entire adult life, so there's no way I'm gonna, you know, buy some stupid shit and, you know, go broke in a number of years. So but with that being said, gold is typically always a great idea, you know, so precious metals are typically always a good idea. So might be looking into that.
See, I'm intrigued now because I'm in the South, and you know, they let us carry our guns on us every day.
I know so they do. I see it on YouTube, man. I love watching the YouTube videos.
Yeah, like I said, I love being, I like particularly being in the South. A lot of people don't. You know, most people have a bad stigma, even though I said civil rights movement. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, you know, like the heart of the civil rights movement, marches, Martin Luther King. But I've never experienced like any racism, like period, in my whole life. Like,
interesting.
I can't. Yeah, I've like, and I know a lot of my, you know, friends, they've said the same thing. Like because you know where I'll stay is predominantly black, so it's not like I'm around a lot of white people. And then like the schools that I did go to, because I stayed in Oklahoma for 2 years, and so the school that I did go to is probably like 7% white and like 30% black, but still like nobody like really did anything to me, said anything, got my way. I've never been called a nigger from a white person, none of that. So
Mhm.
it's just like totally different from what people say. But like the things that I like about it is it like people say we slower down here, but I think our laws are more, it's a lot less controlled, I think, because I see a lot of
Oh yeah.
laws like Cali passes, and then I see the laws that Alabama passes. It's like people say bad stuff about the South and how it was slow and stuff like that, but I feel like we have a lot more control over the stuff we do here than I guess in Cali.
Yeah.
But my thing is, what kind of guns do you own now? Because I own some guns too, but what kind of guns you own now?
I got some Glocks, man.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got AR, I got a couple handguns. I'm planning on getting a bull pump by Black Aces. They got a pretty cool bull pump.
Yeah.
And probably a few more handguns. I've been looking at the FN 57. Just like I said, like I'm from the South. We carry guns on us every day. If you, hell, it's probably a baby walking down the street with a gun, So it's just you just born like this. You come out, have guns and stuff like that, and nobody thinks nothing of. You see walking in Walmart, somebody got a gun in the holster. Not like you thinking they're gonna be like a shootout or a massacre and then like this, like, oh, he's got a gun, you just know, and actually sometimes you feel safe because let's say someone was like a serial killer or mass murder, you like, I don't know if you want to really do that down here in Alabama, somebody, because if someone does that, you have a right to just, shoot them if they threaten a whole bunch of people's lives like that. So it's not like the best place to really just do that. But
Yeah,
I was just
man.
intrigued, what I'm saying? Like I'll be watching video, like gun videos on YouTube, and sometimes I'll see somebody out there in Cali and they would, put the bumper stock on the AR to make it shoot more automatic or something like that. So like I said, I was just intrigued by you saying that and being from Cali, because I'm naive or maybe a little ignorant to how Cali is because I've never been. It's not, honestly, it's not a place I wanted to go, but older me is like, yeah, I gotta go to Kelly. I gotta see what it is because I don't want to have like I said, a bad mind of what I think Kelly is until I actually get a feel of it myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I've just been in certain situations that have led me to own firearms, like I live in LA, so it can get real in some parts. And so it's better to have one and not need it than need it and not have
I feel you on that. How much
it.
would a studio? How much would a studio cost?
The one that I want to build, 30 grand, 40 grand.
Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. That's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
Especially all the money we about to make on this squeeze 30, and that's probably like one share. That's nothing.
I
Yeah,
mean,
30 grand. And then a decent studio. You said you went to school for it?
yeah, I have a bachelor's in music recording technology.
Have you worked with a lot of different artists or made beats or anything or recorded anybody famous or anything?
Oh man, I've worked with famous people. So I've been doing hip hop since I was 15. I've put out 10 albums. I've done countless shows everywhere. I did a music video with my favorite rapper of all time, Chip the Ripper. That's on
Okay.
YouTube. Yeah, that's my homie, man. That's the big dog. He's in LA too. I just saw him a few weeks ago. But yeah, I've been able to do a lot of stuff, man. I've opened for every artist in the game multiple times. So been
Oh
very
man, that's
fortunate.
cool. That's cool. Like I know you gotta have some good story. What's the wildest story about opening at a show, or what's the craziest thing you've seen at a show? Let us know.
Dude, probably playing for over 2,000 people in a crowd. Like I've done that multiple times. Like, but
Hmm.
that's so much fun for me, like I love doing that stuff, dude. I want the bigger crowd the better, like, but probably like, I mean, there's been so many crazy times because I got clean from drugs and alcohol when I was 23, but I was doing shows before that as well. So, we were getting pretty wild when I was 21, 22, doing shows in San Jose, opening up for Andre Nicotina. And, some things can go down, man. And I played South by Southwest in 2018.
That's
Got
cool.
got into some sketchy stuff there. Things can go haywire, but like Opening for Bone Thugs and Harmony the first time was one of the coolest things I've ever done. I've opened for them like 3 or 4 times since, but like that first time, and then we went on at it was me and my homie. We went on at like 9 o'clock, so we had a good spot, and there were like 1,500 people in the crowd. And man, I've just been really fortunate to do a lot of cool things. You know, like I said, shooting a music video with my favorite hip hop artist of all time. I've just been super fortunate, man.
Have you got to the level of stardom where you're signing titties now?
I've signed many things, but I'm still like, no one really knows who I am like as a musician, but
Yeah.
yeah, I've signed things for sure.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, anything else you want to tell the people? I really appreciate you doing this interview. I know I've been a headache getting this together tonight, but I want to say I appreciate you being patient with me. And anything you want to tell the people?
Oh man, just subscribe to Cedric's channel, man. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment. This is a good dude right here. He's got a bright future on the YouTube world, and I wish you nothing but the best. Hopefully we can connect in the future, my man.
All right, thank you so much. Like he said, y'all like, comment, and subscribe the New Normal Podcast, and we appreciate everybody watching. Y'all have a good night.
Peace.
All right, bro.